that Truther TV on YouTube, someone had gotten hold of me because I put a clip on Twitter that of last the 9/11 show that we did that had talked about we played a clip from the George Washington, talking about the George Washington Bridge and a bomb on the bridge, and someone linked to one of your videos. You did a documentary, I guess, about the George Washington Bridge, how there was no bomb on the George Washington Bridge.
Yeah. Well, the matter of the fact, what originally happened is that I started a film in 2012 called An Inconvenient 9/11 Truth. And when I started it, I wasn't actually doing much narration. I was just mostly sampling other people's work, a lot of Ryan Dawson's work mainly. And it eventually turned into multiple versions. It turned into 3-hour films, and I've had like 4 versions and 5 or 6 uploads of it, because sometimes over the time they've been taken down because of copyright issues, or even I think even hate speech and stuff like that. But anyway, what I had done with this film for years and years, and what I believed for many years was, that there was this van packed with explosives on the George Washington Bridge, and it was tied in with all the Israeli moving companies, and the van also on King Street, the mural on there that's been told to have been targeted or blown up, and other reports of other weird activity, besides the white urban moving systems van that we all know about, from the infamous dancing Israelis. So for a long time, I believed this pattern that was pretty much put out there by Dawson through his films War by Deception, and also his newer version of his film Empire Unmasked. And the difference between my film and his is that I was using more news reports from the George Washington Bridge, GWB, I'll just say for short, so for people to get to know. I was finding more GWB reports, especially from Fox News. And my news report, my documentary style, is obviously using a lot of reports, trying to keep things chronological, kind of letting the news tell the story itself, not so much of just myself narrating.
Yep.
And I was going to use this report from Fox 5 from Mary Garofalo, and because I had just discovered it, and it was a little bit more detailed. And incidentally, some guy was bugging me on my YouTube account, was telling me, like, this is a great film, but you're wrong about the GWB, and he kept pestering me. And it's just like, okay, enough to where exchanged emails with the guy. And, he set me straight on some things, because, he pointed out a lot of these things with the radio reports. And then I started digging up other things and looking at newspaper articles and just kind of going in this direction. And then I started finding out a lot more other pieces that, made this all more sense. And then, even things that pertained to the police reports. So, I decided, like, this is kind of, this is wrong. I shouldn't get I shouldn't get the truth movement's hopes up that they're going to find police reports, in the year 2030, 2035, whenever the remaining police reports get released. They're not going to find an incident with Israelis and a van packed with explosives on the George Washington Bridge. Unfortunately, you're not going to find that. It didn't happen. And the thing about it is that I took time. I chronicled all the reports.
It's very detailed. It was pretty amazing. Your documentary, the detail in it, as far as everything from the TV, AM, FM, the emergency broadcast. Now, when you mentioned the mural truck, truck, that existed, right? That was real. That existed.
I think so. Now, I just don't think it blew up. Well, I think they arrested the dudes, and I think they were probably Middle Eastern.
But the police scanner, when he says that they ran, we chased them, and the truck blew up. I have a clip that I pulled out of your documentary. Let me play this clip. It's about a minute, 20 seconds.